I knew I was unwelcome in this domain of madness, but stalwart I remained, pressing deeper into the festering catacombs. I would complete your ritual. Ha! Such a fool I was to believe your intent was pure.
So something's up with Amelia. So we're looking for the tomes. There's one here. Whoop. Well, that didn't sound good. Right?
With the last of the grimoires in hand, I went to the ritual circle downstairs. As swiftly as I could, I unbound the spell, sealing Amelia to the library.
Aren't you concerned about the monster that just came into the room? Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, okay. Moving along now. What do I do? I'm not doing this, by the way. I did place the books, though.
Come, join me in the Priory of Sacia. You have much to discuss with my lord.
Oh, don't you worry, Anton. We'll have a little discussion. Okay, so, gonna go see your lord, huh? Don't you mean your RAMLORD? Oh, just a heads up, guys, too. I wanted to let everyone know. I've been getting some copyright claims. Unfortunately for the outro music. It's from the Living Tombstones. I think most of us know that. Spooky, scary skeletons. And with that said, I think some of you might not be able to view any of my videos anymore. So I'm probably going to have to ex-nay that outro. I might just use my other one that I use normally for just indie games. You've seen it before, but that one they don't seem to have a problem with. I knew it'd come to something, man. I knew it'd come to something. Oh, no lantern, no nothing. Yeah, well, that's the way things go here in Sacia.
I resolved to destroy Sacia in the only way I could. The room I was held in had a powerful divination ritual. With my grimoire, holy water, and salt, I could perform a cleansing banishment. Anton was no doubt in possession of these, in fear of raising up that which he could not put down. If I was successful, all of the unhallowed souls interred beneath Sacia would forever be dispelled, rendering a Pyrrhic victory at the least.
Pyrrhic. A Pyrrhic victory. Is that open? Of course not. Why would it? Okay, so we got a whole bunch of these, symbols on the ground, on the walls. Pretty much everywhere. Uh-oh. Whoop. Something's walking around here. Not sure. What? Why does my vision keep going like that? That's so bizarre. What does this mean? I'm hearing walking around, man. I don't like the sound of that. What's walking around here? Hey, now, come on, knock that off.
I dare not recall the abhorrent madness which nearly seized my grip on sanity, Amelia. The depravity of his work. What a fiendish aberration of faith. I pressed forth into the darkest recesses of Anton's blasphemy.
You know, first though, we never got to see what was back here. So we're gonna go see what's back here. But, whoa. Might be something entertaining. I was kind of hoping for a lantern. You know, maybe brighten things up so people could see shit. You know? Maybe. Possibly. Possibly.
I found the Priory of Seissia. A sacrilege. It held blasphemous tones beyond even my own comprehension. If I had the ability, I would have torn every brick down from that pagan temple.
It's so dark. How are you supposed to see these tomes? Oh, okay. So this is like the center of everything, I'm guessing. So I actually thought that the other direction was where we were really supposed to be going, but that looks like more like where we were supposed to be going. I don't know. We're supposed to be seeing the RAMLORD. Gonna have a little chat with the RAMLORD. Anton's butt buddy, the RAMLORD. The RAMLORD rams it to Anton and rams it. It's his RAMLORD. Oh, these chains. Oh, come on. There's nothing. Well, this is an interesting area now, isn't it? Anyone got a lantern in here maybe left behind? That'd be nice. We're not going to find one, though. You know we're not. Might as well just press on. Well, this is a terrible place, isn't it? This is where he tortured everyone, I'm guessing. It has to be, right? So yeah, this was... Well, I thought it was a dead end, but now not so much. It just keeps going. It did that weird music thing where it stopped. I don't like that very much. Don't like that at all. Okay, and open. Open area. Right. Right, what's that? Stop that noise, really. Stop that noise. There's something over there that... Okay, now this is... okay, there's a big pot. There's nothing in there. I can barely see anything. In fact, I can't see anything at all. The thing where your vision kind of goes back to normal, you know, you these chairs out of here, sort of ritualistic bullshit. No, we're not having that around here, Anton. I'm gonna take that.
After traveling the abyss, I finally found what I was looking for.
Salt.
I stilled my mind for the journey remaining. I thought of home. I thought of eternity calling my name.
Well, which one was calling your name? Home or eternity? Can't be both. Who is making that noise? I wonder, hey, let's try and put some salt on here. No? I thought it might open a door or something, maybe if I put that salt on that symbol on the ground. Or maybe I can get rid of all this shadow shit by pouring salt on it. Be gone with you. Doesn't work. should have known. Look at that, no tinder boxes even. That bitch took everything I had. Bitch, Anton. The Ramlord not giving it to you hard enough? Huh? Ramming and ramming and... Why do I keep going on with that? I don't know. Okay, so what's in here? Okay, that's enough out of you. Whoever you are. Let's just shut that. We've seen enough horrors in this place. Scycia, that's how it's pronounced, Scycia. I keep forgetting. Like Scycia, Scycia, Socia. I'm still kind of woogie, you know, how to notice how the my viewpoint kind of sways. Like I'm a little effed in the head. I think Anton drugged me up. After he stabbed me like how many times? How many times did he stab me? Like 10 times? Oh, look at this. Wonder if that does anything. Doesn't seem to. But I had to give it a check. You know, I've seen this before in Amnesia Custom Stories, and I think in the actual Amnesia core story. Okay, yeah, his head is being squashed. Oh, got stuck on a step there. Step lively, Johann. You'll be fine. Oh. Oh, okay. More symbols on the walls. I'm not sure what they're supposed to portray. Another one? Or, wait, was I supposed... Maybe this is... If we miss the one on the other direction, we find it up here? I don't know. Or do we use more than one salt thingy? Salt thingy. This whole place is really kind of messed up. Let's have a drink. All right. Well, maybe not.
I found the holy water at last. I crept out of the priory with only a few tasks left.
You know, funny. I don't think there's anything holy about this entire place. Why would they have holy water lying around? That doesn't make too much sense, but let's just keep trotting along, shall we? Oh. What's this?
We worship the false creator, the master of our material realm, as our true lord. He is the Leviathan. His wings span from shore to shore, and his emphatic will cultivates us in twisted purpose. From the blackness between the stars he dwells, and as he rebelled from his father, so have we from ours. Casting aside our pelagic ancestry, we embrace our black trip to scorn and apathy. His voice resonates within, though we see not his form. His blood courses in our blackened hearts, though we feel not his warmth. His soul possesses the worms that gnaw at our bones. From that inner world we direct the malignancy which infects the false and the weak. Only from below can we truly see the heights.
Whatever you say, pal. Okay, now we're up above. No. Do we mix them? Not that. Diaries? Johann explained, you know, what he needed to do, and I don't really remember the exact performance of the ritual. I'm sure we'll be reminded of it here soon. Oh god. That shook me up a little bit. Let's just keep going, shall we? Although I'm not sure where to go and what to do at this point. Wait a minute. Really wish I could see more. It's a little dark. This is where we came in. But I don't know. I don't know. Where am I supposed to perform this ritual at? If that's exactly what it's called. Ritual or whatever. Okay, so they use this to drill through someone's body. That's... how pleasant! This place is a house of nightmares. I guess we head back? Because whoa, now that... oh, look. The shadow's all moving and twisting and pulsating and gross.
Returning back to the ritual chamber of my rebirth, I heard a brief interrogation between Anton and an unknown supplicant. You were the topic of conversation, Amelia.
Speak, crone, lest I torture you further for your insolence. Do not presume to hold sway over me, Welch. You will tell me at once who gave you the letter? Who told you to deliver it to the mainland? Amelia, I will kill you!
Is that what's left of Amelia? Anton sure has a temper problem. There's no way in hell I can read this in time, guys, so if you want to read it, I'd suggest you pause. I probably could have read it in time now that I think about it. But go ahead and pause and read that. More lore. Why am I staring at this?
Mangled beneath the antediluvian wreckage, Anton had succumbed to a fate twisted by his own hubris. A fitting demise for something that believed it could betray the wishes of a demon.
I feel thy presence, Witchfinder. Gaze upon your rotting trophy. Hold your head high in victory. My Lord may have punished me, but it was I who failed him. I could not believe Amelia betrayed me, betrayed our family. I accept my fate. Have you done the same?
There is no victory here for any of us. You've bound our souls to eternal damnation. You will rue the day you sold yourself to that abomination.
At least I walked beside my God. You will be enraptured to his frigid, eternal tomb. Divinity is an infection spread through the air by the poisonous tongues of lost men, bisected in between truths stolen from older beliefs and outright fabrication. Your exalted mythos was groomed, pruned, and manipulated throughout the course of time. From those untold aeons before man first crawled, lie the lost secrets that only the dead can remember. And I studied them all. I've cultivated a thread dating back thousands of years. Before the Nile split, and before the first bricks of Memphis were laid, I became enraptured by a horrifying proposition. A moral sacrifice that crept between the gates of my imperial mind, when only such things can, in my quietest dreams. I raised the dead and plied their terrified, agonized minds for the answers I sought. I was in relentless pursuit to make contact with a singular being, the voice of the void itself. I knew it was still alive, without ego, without purpose. A cataclysmic maelstrom of unreality, beckoning me to grant it access, to reconstruct the banal restrictions of my reality. It called itself the RAMLORD, Lucifuga.
Enough, creature. I will not stand to listen to your blasphemy. Before I draw my last breath, I will burn everything to the ground and purify this unhallowed crypt. The abhorrent madness from out of time has seduced you, but I will trap it forever in these Stygian catacombs. Have you any last words, Baron?
Last words. I am already dead. Forever, I will lie beneath the weight of my failure. The earth can assimilate the rotting, for sure. But I will join the chorus of screams buried underneath the very stones of Sicea. There is nothing left for me upon this world. My only love has betrayed me. You seek my damnation, and my Lord has forsaken me. Show mercy, Witchfinder. When you have won, burn it all.
Okay. So it seems, when you think about it, this is all for naught. You know, and it kind of, I don't know, it balances itself out with the fact of you go searching for shit that's, you know, obviously has a I don't know, negative purpose. Usually never turns out. You know, whatever the whatever outcome you're searching for. I guess that's what kind of is going on here. I don't know. Gotta figure out what happens with Johann. What do you say, Johann? What are we gonna do here? How are we gonna burn the place down? I'm not sure if that's gonna be a very easy task. Johann, please come here. I need to talk to you. That's Amelia. Wait a minute. First. There's this back here. Anything? There's a note.
Soaked from the evening storm and shivering from the morning frost, his frail and broken visage stood trembling before me. But he was not dressed as a vagrant. His attire bespoke a curious, weary disposition. Wordlessly, I invited him inside. Watery gray eyes stared through me, conveying an aspect of distraction. He kept pace with me through the halls toward a guest suite, where his needs would be tended. An insidious smile crept upon his face as his head swiveled from side to side, gazing up at the portraits of my ancestors. Never once did he remark verbally. We came to a halt outside the room. I moved opposite to him and propped the door ajar. A made bed, warm lanterns, prepared table, and calming aromas of incense beckoned to him. He looked sullenly upon me and made a single utterance. Below. Without reply, I closed the door. He continued his walk, showing an obvious intention to the direction this time. I followed a few paces behind him, trying to better understand. His gait had poor form, but not a soldier's limp. His arms were held against his sides with purpose, and his head only averted to gaze upon portraits. He took me through the east wing with only our footsteps to break the tension. Reaching a main junction of stairs, he paused briefly before disrobing. The frayed cloak of maroon fell, revealing a maimed and bandaged frame. The tattered scraps of cloth belied the horrific quantity of scars he possessed. With the locomotion of a stiff marionette, his descent into the darkness began. I grabbed a lantern and followed suit. We passed down through the overlook library into the inner sanctum, and from there, tailed off into the crypts. I did not know how he knew of their existence, but would not confront him without answers first. With only the sting of my lantern light to pierce the miasma, I crept forward in an attempt to keep up with the traveler, whose stoic march continued, undeterred by any obstacle or sense. We reached the inner bowels of my art. Digouts, holes, and vaulted chambers dedicated to the nuance required for the interrogation of the deceased. We reached an older room, knee-deep in the ashes and bones of the ones who bore no more use to me. The traveler got down to his hands and knees and began to dig feverishly in the carnal remains. With abandon, he tossed various limbs and protrusions into the air behind him. I stepped out of the way and extended my lantern to observe with morbid fascination. He began to patiently inspect the wrists and hands before discarding them with careful consideration. Before long, an audible gasp broke the bustling of his efforts. He snatched up the intact bones of a left hand, and before letting out a broken sob, held it close to his chest. Now completely unaware of my presence, I stooped low directly next to him and inspected the hand. It was from a woman, a ragged indigent who only cried for mercy, if I recall. Of all her presumptive humanity and uselessness in answering my questions, she did bear a singular quality. From birth, she was missing her last 2 fingers.
Okay. Well, I'm glad I didn't skip that out. That's a huge chunk of the story right there. Keep that in mind, folks. Don't miss that part. Well, here we go again. Can I walk between you guys? Is that okay? Where am I?
You removed my arms, my legs. I was powerless to stop it.
You know what I must do.
Please, just make it swift.
What just happened?
With me a while, Johan. Tell me of your journey. We have little else to do. For as you must know, there can never be an escape for us. Cecilia will degrade into a dilapidated ruin. A curious study of a family vanished, and a manor abandoned. But we will never be found.
What? What just happened? Did I miss something in between all this? Because I'm quite literally going to have to play that another time to actually really understand fully what just the fuck happened. My when I said all for naught, it seems like who I need to just quit and end this custom story with a very well done storyline until I got really confused here at the end. Voice acting was superb. The level design Very nicely done. Some very cool atmospheric things that went on that were really freaky. Wow. Yeah, and very well written, without a shadow of a doubt. The project lead was a writer. I think I mentioned that in the first episode. Very well written. I'm just confused. And I guess I have to play through it again just to kind of really soak it in, and maybe I'll understand a little bit better what just happened. I can't. Left so unfulfilled. Nevertheless, guys, I hope you did enjoy Shadow of the Ram. Christ. Hope you all enjoyed Shadow of the Ramlord. Play it for yourselves, guys, or just replay this and watch it all over again and tell me what the fuck you think. Because I don't know. Anyway, it was a joy to play, no matter what. It's always good to see new custom stories still being created and being put out there for us to play. For me to play, for you to watch, for you to play, for me to watch. I don't know. Hope you all enjoyed it, guys. Leave a like and share the video if you did. I gotta cut it here. I'm sorry. I gotta stop talking. And you all have a fantastic day. See you in the next one.